everyone, it's Adeline of the Succulent Room, and I am currently in the greenhouse today. It's really windy, so you're going to hear a lot of flapping noises that's coming from plastic, so yeah, sorry about the noise. I know it can be really loud. Anyway, so today I'm going to be propagating something. So I've had a couple of people ask me about their aloes. Their aloes maybe are looking a little rough, they're looking a little bad, and a lot of people think that you can't propagate an aloe that way, but I mean, it's very possible. And I'm just going to take cuttings and we're going to root them. And I can't remember the name of the variety of this aloe. It came with no tag. And I think somebody ID'd it for me about a year ago, and I completely forgot to tag it. Very unorganized. And so I wrote it down somewhere in one of my notebooks, which there's many. I don't even know if I'll ever be able to find it. So if you know the ID of this aloe, please leave it in the comments below so I can tag mine. And if I find the name, then I'm going to post it in the description so that way we'll know what it is. So here it is. Beautiful dish of aloes that I got probably about over a year ago at a nursery. And so, I mean, they're already kind of just, they've been growing in here for a few years, and I'm going to cut them back. And we're going to root them. But I'm going to show you, because this bowl, as full as it is, it was even more full. And I had a lot more aloes. And I took some cuttings of them. And a lot of people always ask me, how do you root your succulents? What soil do you use? Do you use rooting hormone? I do not use rooting hormone, although I've heard that it can help speed up the process. I've not done it. I've not tried it. So, I mean, they're pretty good. These were done, I'm going to say a little over a month ago, and so these were cuttings that I took off of my flat, and see, I don't know if you can see, yeah, so I mean, succulents, some of them do root slower than others, of course, but most of the time they're pretty easy to root, you know. Anyway, and I did water these with a diluted liquid formula. I'm going to show you what I used to water these with, which did help, obviously. Just use this garden root and grow. It's a root stimulator and plant starter, and it's a 410-3. I think that we got this at Walmart, and it was just sitting in here, and I decided to use a little bit of it, and it seemed to really help because they developed some really good roots. Currently, a lot of things are blooming, and then there's blooms everywhere. Yeah. So the aloes. Put these in the shelf. Okay, so this is the aloe cuttings that I took the other day. Here they are. I only took four cuttings, and I did not just stick these in soil. One of the main ways that I propagate here, I'm really sorry about the noise. Maybe I should go somewhere where it's not as loud. The number one method that I use when I'm propagating succulents, I'm going to tell you, is by air rooting. So basically, this is what I did with these. I cut them from the propagation bowl that they were in, and then I simply set them on a flat and just let them sit there on a top shelf, sort of. You know, it was only getting morning sun. And so I clipped them less than a month ago, and don't know if you can see, but there's roots. There's roots coming out. So, yeah, so now that there's roots coming out from the stem, I'm going to have a more compact aloe, and I'm going to pot these in soil. when I'm taking clippings of the echeverias from the mom plants, what I'll do is I'll get a flat, and I'll use a flat. I have another flat. I currently don't have any available right now. They're much smaller holes. So I'll take the flats with the smaller holes, and I'll clip all the echeverias. And you know, you're supposed to let them callus here anyway for about a day or two before you do anything with them in the first place. So I will just set them in here, and since their rosettes are pretty, you know, pretty big, their stem will go through the holes and the rosettes will stay up here. So I'll take my flat full of cuttings, and I will set it on a shelf. Not only will they callus, but I'll leave them in there until obviously they're gonna grow roots. So that's basically how I do my cuttings. I just set them on a shelf. No soil involved whatsoever. I'll just let them sit there, and they will eventually get all of these roots. And once the roots start emerging, then I will take and put them in soil and water them once a week with some root stimulator, that root and grow that I showed you earlier. So that's basically all I do. No soil involved. You're supposed to let them callus anyway, so set them on the shelf. Forget about them. Come back in about 2 weeks, and you'll see all these little roots coming out from the bottom of the stem, and then you just pop them up. It's really easy. So yeah, now you know how I take my cuttings. I just set them in a flat, and they will root. So some of them, I don't do all of them that way, but all the ones that I have done that way are great. I wouldn't recommend doing haworthias like that. No, I wouldn't recommend it, although I've never done it. So I just always feel like the need to put my haworthias in soil for them to root. Will they air root? Possibly, yeah, but you know, my haworthias are my prized possessions. So I always make sure I stick them in soil just in case. With all of that being said, I hope all of you have a blessed week, a very productive week as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, subscribing, and liking my videos. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if I'm not posting enough, I need ideas, so please comment down below. Links to my Facebook page is going to be in the description below. It's called The Succulent Room, and I post plants that I have for sale usually on there. If not, you can look up my name and see my listings on Succulent Marketplace USA, which is a Facebook group. And if you'd like to join my group, it's called Texas Succulent Group. The link is also down below. It's a very amazing group. Please come and join, share pictures, share photos, and because I love to see all of your succulent photos. And you don't just have to be from Texas to be in the group. We have people from all over the U.S. and outside of the U.S. as well. So come and join us. There might be a giveaway sometime soon. And once this channel hits 100 subscribers, I'm going to go ahead and tell you there is going to be a giveaway. So please, make sure you subscribe if you're watching, because there will be a giveaway sometime soon. And we're back in the noisy greenhouse, people, because I had a cactus that bloomed, and now it's got its little fruit, which is cute. So this is it, and it has bloomed, and it has left behind some fruit. I don't know if you can see that. Now, I had a couple of people who I saw post that these were edible. I don't know, but I'm very curious. If you know me, I absolutely love foraging, and this isn't quite foraging, maybe, but I'm very curious to try one of these. My dad had told me of like a small species that was growing in Mexico, and they were edible and blah blah blah. And so I did try one at Lowe's one time, and not a good idea. No, that thing was very disgusting. It was supposed to be sweet, and it wasn't. So I don't know how you eat these. No, this got watered, so water sprinkled over it. I'm not gonna wash this. Sorry, I had to spit. It tastes like a tomato. I thought it tastes like a tomato. I thought it was supposed to be sweet. Okay, I should have brought a water bottle with me before trying this. This is kind of nasty. It tastes like a tomato. I don't like tomatoes. I was under the impression that this was supposed to be really sweet, and it's not. So, yeah, I don't recommend doing this. If you know the sweet variety, please let me know. And if you know this cactus really well, and you know it's fruit, and you know if it's toxic or poisonous, please let me know. If you don't see me for a couple more weeks, you know why. So I'm probably gonna go research this that I've just tasted and make sure that I don't need to take some charcoal. And yeah, I'm gonna go rinse my mouth out anyway. But anyway, yeah. So finally, for real, bye-bye this time.